HA Giang Loop. Got our 3 bikes.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Already getting off. It's pretty good. A little getting used to, but once we got going, it was pretty good.
Like everybody just goes in and out. Almost got hit by a bus like 3 times.
The sun is finally out today and I'm so excited. It definitely does get a little bit of getting used to, but it's so beautiful so far. We just made it to our first stop and I think it's a coffee place. I'm not sure. We'll see. I'm seriously so excited that the sun is out today. And I don't know if you can tell, I got an allergic reaction in my eye. I don't know what it's from, but I'm on medication. So if you see that my eye is extremely swollen, that's why. We're doing the 3-day, 2-night tour and the lady that owned our hostel booked everything for us. So we just have to pretty much show up to the hostels each night and we're good.
Oh, we're just getting started. This is like the first time we've stopped.
It's hard to take everything in when you're trying to drive and not get hit by like a semi truck.
Been a couple close encounters so far.
Yeah, they come around the turns so fast and with no warning and in our lane. We just drove for about another maybe half an hour and this view is absolutely incredible. Let me show you.
You'll never get used to the cars zipping around the corner and it's crazy.
We are just leaving the viewpoint that I just showed you and there is one stop that we are going to today. It's a cave and honestly, I'm not sure about really much that's going on the loop. I'm excited to see everything. So we're gonna continue our journey and we'll see what's next. We just made it into town. It's so busy right now at this, I'm not sure if it's a restaurant or like a little stop, but we're gonna go see if we can grab some drinks and some food. This is the map that she gave us and you can tell she wrote exactly what we should be doing, how much it cost, this places that we should be getting gas and staying, and you can see that she crossed off some roads, which is roads that have a ton of construction and are not great to take a motorbike on. This last leg of the trip is supposed to be the most beautiful and we're right here right now. We just finished lunch in this tiny little cute town and the people were so nice. He gave us all waters to take on the road. We're ready to go. We're gonna stop at the cave. We're gonna try and attempt to drive down the path that it says, but I think we're gonna have to walk about 1 kilometer, so we'll see. Parking lot of the cave and it's in this tiny little village. It's so cool. It's so crazy how much these people are so like isolated from even just the busier city. The people in these villages and everywhere pretty much on the loop, they don't speak Vietnamese, they speak their own language. So even if we tried to use a translator on our phone, they wouldn't understand it because they don't understand the language that everyone else speaks in the country.
Probably got like a version of Chinese mixed with Vietnamese or something because we're right near the Chinese border.
And there's a part on the loop that we're so high up that we'll be able to see little villages in China, which is so crazy and so cool. We've been walking for about, I don't even know, it definitely feels more than 1 kilometer and it's all stairs, but I'm out of breath and it's absolutely beautiful. We just paid for our little headlamps and a water and it cost 40,000, so it was 30,000 for the entrance fee and then 10,000 for a water. This is the entrance to the cave. A couple guys came out and they were like, it is so hot in there. So this should be interesting because we have 2 sweaters on, 2 pairs of pants. Kirsten took off her pants, but
I'm preparing.
Let's go. ceiling's low here. That was so cool. It was so hot in there. We just finished and got back to our bikes, and I think we have one more viewpoint before we're heading to our hostel tonight. It's getting a little bit later and we need to be at the hostel before sunset because these roads are already crazy during the day.
There was a dog that was in some village and these two were in front of me, so they were going. And then I saw it started coming out at Taylor. Literally almost attacked me. It was like this far away from getting my leg. It was terrifying.
But we just stopped because our hands were literally falling asleep, but we're about 16 kilometers to our hostel. We'll see if we make it there before the sun goes down behind the mountains. We just made it to our homestay hostel type thing, and we're in a dorm with 12 beds, but right now we're the only 3 in here and we got the whole back row. It was absolutely freezing, and they have 2 of these hostels called Bong Bang or something, and we actually accidentally went to the first one like first, and it looked so fun, and this one doesn't look as bumpin'. And she also said that there's a family dinner soon at 6:30. I'm not even sure what time it is right now, but we're gonna do a family dinner with everyone at the hostel and see what it's like here.
You're so sleepy.
Morning everyone, it is the second day of the HA GIANG bike tour and it is so beautiful and warm and sunny out today. We stayed at the hostel last night and it was a really good time. I know I said it was not as fun, but it was definitely fun. We got breakfast, dinner included in our stay, and we got beers and drinks and everything, and it cost $410,000. Kirsten's having a little trouble tying on her bag. They did it so good yesterday for us, so I don't know how we're gonna attempt to do it. Okay, let me start off by saying today I feel a lot more nervous driving. I don't know if it's the roads or because there's more cars on these roads and not as many bikes.
I don't know how I feel about today. It's a little scarier. There's more twists and turns. It's a lot of uphill right now too.
And I'm not sure if it's the time of season or something, but there's fires everywhere throughout the hills. And when we've been passing ladies like chopping down weeds and stuff and then just burning them in the pile right there. So I'm not sure if that's because it's the end of the wet season, so they're getting everything ready for the next season, but it's definitely hazy and beautiful. I always think that every time we stop, it's gonna be the most beautiful, and then we drive 2 kilometers down the road and it gets even better. And I still can't believe that the last day is supposed to be the most beautiful day because this is insane. We just made it to the viewpoint that somehow oversees China. We're not quite sure which little town is China, but all the way up here stairs, so I think we're gonna try and go up there. I don't know if Kirsten is. Yeah, she is. We made it to the top and it is so high. The stairs were spiral stairs going up and you could feel the tower swaying. So we're thinking that right here is the little Chinatown that we are supposed to be seeing from this viewpoint. We're not quite sure because we're just looking off Google Maps to see where the border is and then what's the nearest town, but it looks like it's that one. Either way, it's super cool that China's a stone throw away.
We got a 360 view of the mountains, and you have China over there in the distance, about 30 kilometers away. It's a nice clear day, so you can see everything. Just magnificent. They absolutely loaded this with condensed milk. Yep.
We made it to where we're staying tonight, but there's actually one more stop that we were supposed to go to, which is a river tour. It's a river boat tour, actually. I don't know if we're gonna be able to make it today because it's almost 4 o'clock and the sun starts setting at 5-ish, and it's a 45-minute drive there, an hour boat tour, and then a 45-minute drive back. So I think we're just not gonna risk driving in the nighttime on these crazy roads. Another thing that we noticed when we're going through towns, we see motorbikes with massive pigs laying on the back, obviously not alive. It's just sad to see. And the buses here are insane. They give no craps about anyone else. Like, that was just so close to me. Ready.
Long drive today.
And we're gonna start going to the viewpoint because we didn't make it last night, so we'll see you there. So we decided not to go to the viewpoint because it's super foggy right now and it's absolutely freezing out. We've only done about 15 kilometers and we've stopped like 10 times because of how cold it is. It was super busy in the town we were just at. I think there's a market going on and I have a feeling that they're doing a lot of like live animal trading or something, or buying. We've been seeing so many animals and it's so horrifying. But it's so cold out and we're just taking a break in the sun to try and warm up. Okay, don't mind my hair, but we just stopped at a cafe. I almost died. I forgot to put up a kickstand on my bike and I almost went off the cliff, but everything's fine.
Weather's warming up now. My fingers aren't gonna fall off the views. I'm trying to enjoy them. It's hard to pay attention to them and the road at the same time, and the cars that are trying to crash into you.
They were not joking when they said that today has the absolute most insane views. We're at a coffee shop right now. Let me just show you the views. This is seriously the most insane drive we'll probably ever do in our life.
Most epic thing you'll ever do in your life.
I don't even know what to say about it, but there is certain things that you just will never unsee in these little towns.
Yeah, I mean, that's how they live in the mountain. They gotta eat.
It's 2 o'clock and we still have almost 3 hours to drive, so we're really cutting it close. But we just stopped at this coffee shop and Kurt's got some noodles with vegetables we're just waiting for. Kurt's not great at using chopsticks yet.
What do you mean? Professional.
Not that bad.
These noodles that Kurt just got are probably the best things I've tried. Well, they are the best things that I've tried this entire trip. We'll probably be here for the next 3 hours if Kurt keeps eating with the chopsticks. We just finished lunch and you can tell that the sun's going down, so we really need to keep going because we still have 3 hours left and only so much sunlight, so we'll see you there. Well, we finished.
So sore.
Look at how dirty my face is. Okay, we're gonna go change and then I'm gonna go tell you how it was.
Let me explain how we got here. It was an extremely long last day on the bike trip. We had like 10 hours of biking to do to get back to the hostel, and we had to get back before it got dark, so we were kind of rushing. The roads were a lot rougher on the last day too, so we couldn't go too fast.
So my bike was sideways at one point. Kirsten doesn't even know how I kept it alive.
Yeah, there was like no asphalt on the road. You're pretty much just going through like rock and stuff. So you just keep the bike straight and then pray for the best.
Yeah.
So we had about 10 hours of biking to do. We got back to the hostel just before it got dark and hop on a bus back to Hanoi. So that was like 7 hours, 8 hours sleeper bus. Dropped us off like half an hour walk from the airport. We were supposed to get dropped off at the airport. So then we had to walk to the airport at like 3 in the morning. And then we got to the airport. Our flight wasn't until 9, so we like slept on a bench in the airport. And then we hopped on a flight to Da Nang, which was only like an hour flight, so not bad. And then we got a grab to our hotel, and here we are now.
Now we're here.
So we did a 2-night, 3-day bike trip on our own. I would recommend doing it on your own
unless you are not confident, because I'm an extremely confident driver and I was nervous pretty much the whole time when I was driving.
Yeah, and you can get like they call it an easy rider, so you can ride on the back. Like someone will drive you through if you don't want to drive.
Would be nice, because the last day I probably looked at the view maybe 20 times because I was so focused on the road. It's so hard to take everything in, which is the good thing about the Easy Rider, because you are looking at the view the whole time.
Yeah, but I would recommend doing a 3-night,
yeah,
4-day, because the last day we were rushed, and if we had an extra day we could have stopped, like took it all in and then had another stay in another town and then had time to come back to the hostel or whatever instead of rushing to get there before dark.
And we would have been able to do all the attractions because we didn't get to do the boat tour.
But the views were insane and it was the coolest thing I've ever done.
And will probably ever do. If you are ever in Vietnam, please do the loop.
So now we're in Da Nang, and
I hope you enjoyed this tour, and don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.